Greetings, I'm CrossKnights, and this is Let's Play Assassin's Creed 2. And I am going to investigate who the hell took my apple. Far from the tree, search the abbey located in the blah 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 blah. Alright, find the black hooded monk. I'm not in a restricted area anymore, though, so, you know, everything will be fine. You don't need to do anything. Now, what's a guy with a spear gonna do when he's poisoned? I don't think I've seen that before. Gotta be careful not to hit him by accident. he's sparing it. You're actually getting up? Are you kidding me? Stay down. He's actually quite graceful. Let's put you out of your misery. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to the abbey now. Anyone want to screw with me? Actually, it doesn't look like there's too many guards there. There's one at the top. The monks don't appear too angry that I'm here. That's good. Not like they could do anything anyway. They're not like Eastern combat monks. Oh, whatever. Just trying to do the ledge kill, but I'll settle for that. That blood effect looks pretty bad close up, doesn't it? Now, what am I looking for exactly? I've killed all the guards. Except for these guards.
Blessings on you, brother.
Grazie. I wonder if you can help me.
What do you seek?
A monk in black robes who lacks one of his 10 fingers.
Well, Brother Guido has only 9 toes. You sure it wasn't a toe?
Quite sure.
And then there's Brother Domenico, but it's his entire left arm he's lacking.
Again, quite sure there was a finger.
Now wait a moment. I do recall a black-robed monk with 9 fingers. Yes, of course. When we had our last San Vincenzo's feast at the abbey.
Yes, I know the place. I'll try there. Grazie.
Go in peace, brother.
I always do.
Yep. Peace just follows me wherever I go. Always peaceful. There's the guy. So weird that they tell you how they die. It's like you meet them, this is how they die. So much information. Oh my god. Apparently you were an important face. Died from syphilis. Alright, well. Alright, go inside the abbey. What? More guards. Screw off. No. Don't see me. Wah. Oh. Yeah. Thought they meant this abbey. So where am I going then? Ah. Right in the middle of town. Oh, I accrued a little bit of extra notoriety on the way over here, but I really needed to kill a bard. He was being a dick, I can assure you. He wasn't being a dick to me, he was being a dick to this guy. He just kept on pushing him. Fortunately, I somehow managed to double stealth kill the bard and another completely innocent person. Not quite sure how I pulled that off. But, you know, it gave me a little bit of notoriety.
Excuse me, brother. I wonder if you can...
Unholy demon! Get away!
What's wrong?
You're the one who killed Brother Stefano! Brothers, the killer of monks has returned!
You're not getting away.
Please, no! I don't want to die!
I only kill those who kill others. And your brother Stefano was a killer. I'm sure you are no such thing. Now, listen to me. I'm looking for a black-robed monk who's missing a finger.
Missing a finger, you say? Do you mean like Fra Savonarola?
Savonarola? Who is this? You know him?
I did. He was one of us, for a time.
And then?
We suggested he retire to a hermitage for a good long time.
I'm afraid to say his retreat has come to an end. where would he have gone?
Oh dear. Santo Spirito? In Firenze? It's where he studied. Perhaps it's where he would return.
I thank you. Go with God, brother.
Aha.
Girolamo Savonarola, a Dominican friar from Ferrara, this man took his job seriously. He saw the excesses of his age, the rich stomping the poor into the dirt, the priests selling indulgences to the populace, and he went insane. Calling himself an instrument of God, Savonarola descended on Firenze. His sermons sent people into frenzies. He demanded an end to all personal property, to all progress, a return to Eden. Knowledge became the enemy, and he could erase it all with the peace of Eden at his command. Books, paintings, musical instruments, he burned everything in the bonfire of the Vanities. History unraveled as his legions took control, and Firenze descended into darkness.
See, the story's so weird, like, 'cause now the entire story is based on me getting back the apple, which this guy stole. And I'm sure he's going to use it for great things. Believe me, he is going to use it for great things. I don't want to go any further without Altair's armor, and there's only one thing left. It was the tomb that pretty much got me to stop playing the game. It's a little bit weird to find, because one, it's in a restricted area, it's on top of a gigantic building. The way that I just got up, I think, is the only way to get up here. But there might be other ways, who knows. And the door's a little bit hidden, but of course you can find around where it is because of the map. You just gotta fall down the magic pit. And right behind me, there's a cut there because I actually went to get that treasure chest. For no good reason, because money is useless to me. I mean, I could waste, like, poison and bombs and everything, and just with the money that I have, I don't think I would run out of money, even if I was trying to. I only use, like, 2,000 at a time to restock everything now. Yeah, I had so much trouble with this when I first tried it. It was ridiculous. I couldn't complete even one of the puzzles, and this time, since I was aware that the flybys were really important and only happened once, I paid really close attention to them, and I did not have a problem. And as you might be able to tell by the fact that I'm using past tense constantly, this is post-commentary. I've already recorded the footage, and now I'm talking over it to describe my misadventures in making skulls go upside down due to unnecessarily complicated mechanisms. Yes, straightforward picture of doves. Alright, solve the 4 trials. So you step on a switch, and it starts a flyby that only happens once. Which is probably a good thing that it only happens once. I kinda wish you could press a button to make it happen again, but you damn well better be paying attention if you need a flyby in order to do it. Like, the idea of the flyby is where the camera goes, that's roughly where you're supposed to go, and it helps a lot. Especially even just looking about where you start. Like, you start on the boxes it started on. So you don't have to fumble around for the entry point, because all of these are, in fact, timed. There's a lever that is going slowly... Well, it's not going slowly back up. The timer is going up. Once it expires, the lever will go up instantly. That thing right there, that red thing, once it gets to the orange part, time's up. So those things are little clocks that tell you how much time you have left. Now, I actually went right first, but I cut that out because this is not the correct way to go. I've been doing something in my videos recently, and I don't like it. I don't want to point it out because it'll make it more obvious. But I just did it. I do it constantly. So, I'm going to try to be conscious of this. I don't know if it bothers anyone else. No one else has mentioned anything, but it bothers me. Alright. I have the urge to do it right now. Suppress. And there's the switch! Or the pulley. And it is rotating a part of the picture. Once all farts are laid into the center, then true gaseousness will be received. 25% done, we're going to the left. Fly like an eagle around the temple. That one looks pretty involved, doesn't it? Well, it is. Some of them are a lot shorter than the other ones. But this one was pretty crazy. I cut out my first attempt because it was dumb, and I forget what happened, but I certainly fell off something. I mean, one of these, I don't think it was this one, but one of them has, like, you have to be very careful at a certain part. I mean, that was a weird jump right there. But, it was so deceptively hard that I just kept on screwing it up. Like, it seemed like I could just go, and instead you had to make a minor adjustment before you did it. And that was not where I was supposed to go. I'm supposed to keep on running along the wall. Wheat, hua. And there's a little notch on the wall. Here's a few little notches to help me get up. Those notches look like they make a little bit more sense. They look like they could hold candles or something. Some of them just really don't make sense. But again, video game, I shouldn't. They had to let you climb up somehow. Can't just have ivy growing in all of these places. Actually, there's not a lot of places where you can climb up ivy in this game. I think there are in some future games, but those are more nature-based in general. Because you're not necessarily going around giant sprawling cities in a lot of the other games. Like, Liberation takes place in Louisiana. There's, like, swamp areas and stuff. I'm almost there, and the time is almost out. Oh. Not good enough. But we cut back. I just didn't go quite high enough. And that time I made it with plenty of time to spare. Second rotation. Perfect. Now, unbeknownst to me, I am now out of medicine. So, yeah, I had to start being careful about falling once I realized that, because I could have died just from fall damage. Usually I don't care about fall damage because I just heal myself, but I forgot to go to the doctors before I came here. Or, it's not that I forgot to go to the doctors, I forgot to check whether I had medicine. I had no inclination in that I needed to go to the doctor to get more. Now this might be the weird one. This part right here, you see how I like fell first? You can actually do that wall run and then side jump, and then you won't fall, and it goes a little bit quicker. This is the part. It is extremely easy to fall off here. Like, you just notice how, like, jagged I went there? I was overcompensating, because if you just run, you usually just fly out to the right for some dumb reason. I think that part was designed a little bit weird. Because it just looks like you just want to run across, like on most things. This part's a little bit tricky, too, because you can't climb here. If you climb there, you make it. You have to climb there, at least, to be high enough to grab this. Otherwise, you will fall. And believe me, that is what happened the first time I tried it. But I don't need to show all of my screw-ups. Especially because I just want to get through this. I mean, technically, do I even need to show this? Probably, based on the amount of... If I need to show me getting a random feather, I certainly need to show this. And I don't think I needed to show any of the feather stuff. Ooh. Ooh. See, normally, I would have just booked it and splatted everywhere, but I'm less than half health here. And the final puzzle, if you can really call them puzzles. The flyby was a little bit deceptive there, because it made it look like you could jump up on a place that you can't. But there's the handle. Like that thing right in front of me that looks like it's pinned down. It looks like you can just jump on that, but you can't. you have to go a little bit to the right and then jump on it. But I could see how the camera would have been a little bit weird to show that. But that is the first object you need to jump to, and then you can get to the other places. This one's a little bit less obvious as to where you're supposed to go. Unless you were paying attention to the flyby, in which case it is quite obvious. What? Ah, that upper body strength. How I envy it. Because it's superhuman, and no human could do these things for as long as he does them. I know. I've seen Ninja Warrior. Eventually, you just get tired. This game is kind of Ninja Warrior, the game. What? Ninja Warrior is this game, like, it's a contest where people have to run on stuff and do these crazy obstacles. It's kind of similar to stuff you do in Assassin's Creed. By the way, now that all of these have rotated, you might notice the assassin symbol has appeared, which I think is really cool, because the picture made sense beforehand, and they rotated part of it, and it still comes together nicely. Like, that's the type of artistic planning that I can't even comprehend, generally. And I warped a little bit there, because I thought I saw where the secret treasure room was, and even though the treasure's not worth it, I kind of wanted to see, but it was really just the entrance to this place. I was not paying attention. The entrance to this place is this weird statue-y thing that looks really cool. There's a lot of creepy, desiccated corpses in here. This probably smells wonderful. And I didn't even bother getting that treasure chest. It doesn't matter. It's always 500. A useless 500 florins. I guess it's because of inflation. That was probably a lot of money before. And there we have it. I have all of the seals. That looked like that was quite heavy. Now I don't need to deal with this gigantic monstrosity. And I'm coming out right by the gallows, which I must say was probably the source of some type of crazy execution rescue at one point. It's too bad my family wasn't by a weird sewer that I could have popped up on and saved them. Anyway, race.
I hear you're pretty fast. I'm a bit of a speedster myself. You would honor me by granting a quick race.
I mean, part of me thinks I should just get on with it, but the sewer thing popped up right next to a race I hadn't done, so I figured, what the hell. This one was pretty hard. It took me a number of times, and I don't... Some of them just seem like BS, but again, like a lot of these races, by the way, after you run into the restricted area, you're fine if you run right back out, usually, unless there's a guard right next to you, but there never was when I was doing it. Yeah, there's just a lot of places where you can get screwed. Here, if you don't... Like, the thing is above you, don't run up on the wall next to you, or you're going to waste a lot of time. You have to run up the building. And there's nothing really that tricky at first, I don't think. There's a jerk guard that can see you, but what's he going to do? Try to shoot arrows? You're running too fast. Your athletic prowess is second to none. If you don't drop down here first, you'll jump over the wall and then have to turn back and climb up it. So that, I mean, I know a lot of these things because I had to try this race like at least 5 times, maybe 6 times, 7 times. Hard to say. Also, I don't get, whenever you restart a race, they seem to like to face you in the opposite direction of where you're actually starting, which is kind of asinine and annoying. But if you know that, you can save yourself a little bit of trouble. This is the first time I did this race. I'm actually glad I didn't do it perfectly. Because... Oh, and you can't... Oh, there's a glitch there where you can't run around the corner. The music wasn't playing, and it was a lot less epic. But if I had succeeded, I would have kept it, and I probably might have had to add my own music, which I can't do easily because I'm already doing post-commentary, and Movie Maker is such a simple program, it only allows the additional of one type of additional audio. So it would have been a bit rough. But, boom. Now here's where things get weird. It's really easy to screw up here. Unless you're very meticulous and careful like I just was there. Like, if you try to be cute and jump to the side, like, I screwed up at least 2 of my runs trying to do that. I mean, it'll save you a few seconds, but the way I've done it, just knowing a few of the more carefully tricks, it saved enough time. Like, that could have been risky right there. But that one wasn't that high risk. I thought I could make it. There. Only one more left, and I believe it's on the ground. However, at this point, I'm not sure it's on the ground, just because I had never gotten this far before. However, boom! Tackles of victory. Anyway, now to get the armor, because it's been quite a bit overdue, I think. I'm looking forward to this. I hope it looks cool, because this is what we're going to have for the rest of the game. Yes.
Thank you, Altair, for this great gift. May it shield me from my enemies.
This looks pretty cool. I gotta say, it does look pretty cool. Flying machine? Where am I? Oh, it's just a model. Okay. I didn't know that was here. And then there's the carriage that we were riding on. Interesting. And is this just a blank table? Like, what goes here? Something supposed to go there? I don't know. What I do know, however, is that it's time to actually do the DLC now. And I'm gonna do it totally decked out.
Hey, Desmond. I think I repaired that busted memory. Why don't you try opening it?
Alright, this is the second DLC. This is 10 years later. I think 20 years after the game originally starts. So it took me a while to get close to him, it seems. There we go. For a while I wasn't in this outfit because I actually, they force you to go from one DLC to the other, and I wanted to not do that, so I had to do some fancy editing. Anyway, got my armor, got my pizza cape, and that should help me decrease notoriety while here in Florence. Alright, meet up with Machiavelli in the district of Florence. Oh, I'm notorious. They took away my cape, damn it. They never let me use my cape for anything cool. Oh well.
If Piero had only a tenth of his father's talent, we'd still have some place to call home.
I know. And Assassino! You won't last a minute!
Yeah, I won't last a minute. I'll last the rest of my life, which should be a substantial amount of time.
Just like that night in
Ugh. Damn it, they waited for so long to attack that I, fell off balance. Damn it, each time I try something, they start attacking. It's like each time I'm sure they're not gonna attack, they're attack. Whew. There we are. Just covered in a little bit of your blood. Yeah, I have returned.
I want no part of this!
Well, looks like the entire city's up in arms. I wonder. There's actually posters and stuff available. I might be able to become anonymous. That would be desirable. Yeah, there's a poster right up there. Let's see if this actually decreases. Nope. Alright, well, I'm notorious. What are you gonna do about it? Well, it appears that there's fighting in the streets.
Mad monk into the city. Look at all the misery he's wrought.
Well, the monk has the apple. You likely didn't have any damn choice. We're gonna do something about that.
Farewell and swift recovery, amigo.
Just needed to make sure I stocked up.
So willing to accept his oppression.
It was the apple. Alright, look, I don't even have time for your guys' shenanigans. You guys can keep on chasing me, but you're not gonna catch me. Unless you're one of those speedy jerks that just catches you.
Just throw us out. Said all we own belong to the Chiesa di San Marco now.
Looks like a lot of people aren't happy with this rule.
Even Botticelli sides with that monster. It's sorcery. How else to explain it?
You have no idea how right you are. What? Alright, I got... I fell off the bridge and it took a large amount of time.
I wish the Assassino would return to Firenze. That we might be free of his tyranny.
It's just a myth. A story parents tell their children.
No. I have returned. The assassin.
Salve, Ezio. You picked a fine time for a homecoming.
Then it's true. Savonarola has taken control of Firenze.
Yes. No doubt aided by that treacherous artifact.
We should get to work on retrieving it.
That may be more complicated than you think.
When isn't it? Why don't you fill me in on things?
Walk with me.
A good
It all
walking
started a few
mission.
weeks ago. The man everyone once reviled was suddenly the one they worshipped.
Ah, the apple.
Only in part. It's not the city he's enthralled, but its leaders. Men possessed of influence and power. They, in turn, oppress the citizens and ensure his will is done.
The people act as if they have no say in the matter.
Rare is the man willing to oppose the status quo. And so it falls to us to help them see the truth.
That was a powerful walk.
Those bodies bear the emblem of the Borgia.
Yes. The Spaniard keeps sending his soldiers into Firenze, and Firenze keeps sending them back. Usually in pieces.
Then he knows the apple is here as well. An unfortunate complication.
Segui me.
Oh, you're following me? Alright. Well, I'll keep you safe. Although you're an assassin, that would mean that you should be able to handle yourself at least somewhat. Maybe you're one of those, like, book assassins. You've got, like, the book smarts. It's possible. Got that British guy back in the lab that's pretty much that. Although he has said he's killed people. I'm inclined to believe him. Whoa, that was cool.
Let's go.
I think I countered his counter. Or dodged his counter. That's what my Uncle Mario was trying to teach me 20 years ago, and I didn't listen to him.
On me. A direct assault would be dangerous.
True. But what other option is there?
Aside from the city leaders, the people's minds are their own, correct?
Si.
And they follow Savonarola not by choice, but force and fear?
Si.
Then I propose we use these to our advantage. If we can silence his lieutenants and stir up discontent, he will be distracted, and I will have a chance to strike.
Clever. I'll speak with La Volpe and Paola. They can help to organize the uprising as you free the districts.
Then it's settled. I'll take care of his abettors.
Well, this is what this DLC is all about. It's about 9 assassination missions where you try to take down the power structure of the Mad Monk. Also, Sprint Jump has been introduced. Or Spring Jump? Sprint, not Sprint Jump. Oh, now I'm incognito. I don't know why I wasn't before. Can I actually wear my cape now? Looks like it. Which is good, because that means I can get rid of annoyances without being punished. Oh, a little woozy, are ya? Stupid bards. I feel nothing for them. I don't think they're gonna let me... Oh, maybe they will let me pass. Alright, I really thought they were guarding this place, but alright. I'll just walk through then. Well, they look like they're guarding the place. What? Oh, no. Well, I did not mean to do that. And as such, adieu. I really don't feel like getting involved in any of that. And there's another guard troop up in front of me. Just try to not get into view of it. Good. Hut. Already forgotten. Such short memories we have. I think I'm gonna take out like 2 people, and then I'll take out the remainder later. There's nothing else for me to do besides like a few courier missions, maybe a race, and then a few assassinations. Everything else is complete.
Omnipotens Deus, Rex Regum, et omnium gubernator.
Last rites. Climb the daimyo without being seen and remove the entranced priest from his perch. Or did that say entrenched? Probably entrenched. Enhanced priest. 50% better than normal priest. Damnatorious again. Is it up there I need to go? That would be crazy pants. This is, most of these are stealth required missions. If you get caught, it will end the mission. It's not like a lot of those assassination missions where it says it's necessary, but actually isn't. They aren't lying this time. So, yeah, be careful. Like, for example, yeah, if he had seen me, I would have failed. I think. I'm pretty sure. We're trying to be careful about this here. But yeah, it's interesting. He should have just used the apple to, like, they've shown in like the French Revolution that you can use the apple to enchant massive amounts of the population, but he decided to just do the leaders. And I don't know if that's because some people are more skilled at the apple, or about utilizing it, or if he did it by choice. Like maybe he wanted people not to be enchanted. He wanted them to have to listen to him whether they wanted to or not. That's possible. That's something a psychopath might do. I failed? Nope, I almost failed. Alright, well, I'll take almost. Almost is fine, as long as it's not is. Alright, doing okay so far. There's guards everywhere, though. It's ridiculous. Hopefully he doesn't decide to turn around suddenly for no reason. Good. Now I can make my way up. I think I've taken care of anyone who can see me climb up here. Figured I'd just speed through that.
Quid proprium mestecatores punire, et
Just ignored them. Uh-oh.
petimus amanu inimicorum reprime eorum superbiam.
Drop down.
Dissipa illorum machinationes et astutias.
Done.
I thought he preached the word of God.
I fear his sermon is a lie.
I led my flock astray. It's just... I wanted so badly to believe.
We all do. Vedrò compiuta l'opera di mio padre. Requiescat in pace.
I will see my father's work completed. it's kind of sad because not... Oh, geez, you fell in a really weird position. Not all of the lieutenants seem evil. It's just the apple... It's just the apple. The apple forced them to. They didn't really have a choice. And it sucks, but, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah, I don't think the apple will just... Oh, God. I really tried to catch myself. And that's how Ezio died. Yeah, we'll just ignore stupid deaths. It looks like the last viewpoints are actually here because they've taken away this part of the map. I don't even know if this it's possible. Could you not go to this part of Florence before? I'm not really sure. But right next to one of the assassinations. And I will get the rest of those viewpoints just for completeness sake, even though I don't really need to. Another target is very close by. Very close by indeed. Here. I mean, part of me thinks I should have just spent last episode completely doing side quests just for the searchability of the videos, because it'd be nice to put in the title the name of the DLC and then do the entirety of the DLC, but meh. I think it's better for the series to do it this way.
Non
Split it
si
up.
passa. Do you hear me? Until you've all submitted and given yourself over to the prophet, Savonarola, this bridge will remain closed to you.
Eliminate the blart. No, I don't think this one is stealthy.
I hear you moaning and complaining. You say you have things to do, places to go, obligations to fulfill. Ha! You have but one obligation, to submit. Why fight us? Why resist? The city is ours. Your precious Medici have abandoned you, fled into the waste to wallow in self-pity.
I really want to get over there without him seeing me, but it's going to be difficult.
Wants only the best for you. A city free of vice and temptation. A people united by faith. All men are equal in the eyes of the Lord, and so they shall be in Firenze. This is a chance for us to turn over a new leaf, to leave behind our miserable past, and return to simpler times.
Oh my God. Screw it, there's way too many people up here.
Only accept our gift. Continue to refuse, and I fear you'll have to
I just have a feeling he's gonna flee.
He's there, hon. Where do you think you're going?
Is he up here? Yeah, he is. Hey there, how's it going? That was easy enough.
You wear a noble's clothes. How is it Savonarola charmed you?
Wealth and power do not ensure contentment. I wanted even more.
And now instead, you have nothing. Questo non è che un atto dovuto. Requiescat in pace.
This is something that must be done. Alright, turn to Anonymous. Wah! Am I... Oh, literally Anonymous? Or... Yeah, I don't... I guess they don't mean to lower my notoriety. They just want me to get away from these guys. I would hope, anyway. Because it'd be a lot more annoying to have to actually lower my notoriety all the way back to 0. Good. Alright, they're going across the bridge. Probably means they rebelled a bit since it was heavily guarded. Excellent. Arch Nemesis. So I think that'll be it for this one. I believe... Yeah, just timing-wise, I've probably made this video about as long as I want to make it. I'm going to kill the remaining 7 lieutenants next episode. So... That's it, and then pretty much... Game's pretty much over after that. So it's been a long ride, but my journey is almost to a close. Will it bring me peace? That I do not know. But this is my life, destroying the wicked. I am CrossKnights, and I'll see you next time.